Hey, I'm back to share with you what I would deem as a slightly more intermediate slash advanced tactic for managing Google My Business listings. I want to start off by highlighting one of the top areas that you can participate in keeping your Google business listing fresh, up to date, and really a strategic advantage against your competition. As you can see on my screen, I'm logged into my Google My Business listing. It's actually a client of ours, and I'm going to go ahead and navigate to posts over here on the left-hand side. Now, posts are just what they sound like. They are like a blog post or a news piece or an update about your business. It really can take any form, but you want to post something that's going to be relevant to you and your business and also of interest to someone who's searching for your business. You can see here the most recent post was posted 4 days ago. There's a couple of different categories that are up here at the top that you can see. The big ones we're going to look at are offer. If there's something that you're discounting or maybe you've got a 2-for-1 deal, you can use offer. That's a great post type. The other one here is you have an update. A lot of businesses have been using update and as a policy around, maybe it's contactless delivery or however, that might be working right now. Just with this season of life. Fourth one here, rather, is events. And this is really, really powerful. This is something that, you can make it time specific. It creates another block actually next to the listing and is really powerful as it expands that listing and adds sort of an events section, which is really cool. And then last, but certainly not least, you can add products. This lets you add photos, product names, descriptions, pricing. If you are a brick and mortar or an e-com shop and have products to sell, this is a really, really, really good idea. If you think about all the different things that you're able to do with posts on Google My Business, it really almost becomes sort of a little microsite and really a separate element for your business to have some additional visibility like we've been talking about. So one thing I do want to note is that there is a limitation on the amount of content that you are able to write for each one of these individual posts. If it goes longer than that limitation, it will require you to basically have that content stored somewhere else. Maybe that's on your website, and then basically just link to it with some text from the offer or the update or whatever that is. Now, you want to make sure that you're keeping your post to a kind of short and succinct length. However, you still want to have keywords and enough information in that post so it makes sense. So how do you add a post? First steps, we're going to go ahead and click on this little blue icon down here, and we're going to add a new post. Now, this has recently been updated for COVID-19, and so they've got a COVID-19 update here, and you can type in some information. Maybe we're closed this week, or we're wearing masks, or whatever this might be. If you want to post something more general about your business, I would recommend using the What's New option. Again, we talked about doing an offer. Maybe you can do an offer here. This could be running a special, whatever that might look like. Maybe it's a discount or something. And so you can go ahead. Let's go ahead and create a What's New. As I mentioned, there's also the events and products here as well. There's two other ones. But if I'm using the What's New, now I can just go ahead and paste in some copy directly, or I can type in some copy here as well. Let's just say this is a test. And I'm going to go ahead and add a video or photo. I'm going to go ahead and select from our album and grab, let's just grab this image right here. I can go ahead and crop this. So if I want to crop it in a way where maybe the cleaning equipment isn't in it so much, or maybe just the cleaning equipment in it, or if I want to, crop it in a specific way, so it's just clean carpet, or I want to show the, the section of the difference there, we can adjust and tweak that as needed. I can say upload photo, and it sort of re-adds it there. Now, this copy section here, this does have a 750 character limit as of 2021. 1 when I'm recording this video. And you can go ahead and paste in, as much copy as you need. And again, as I said, it's going to limit you at 750 characters. And then what you'll need to do is just have that link to somewhere else. Maybe that's a contact page or about page or services page or something else on your website if you're not able to provide all of that content that you want here. So from there, you can add, this is a button here at the bottom, and we can add a button. Maybe that's a book button, order online, buy, learn more. There's a ton of different options here. So if it was learn more, we could do CBC first.com / maybe it's their contact page. And so contact us for more info. And so now it's going to say learn more, and then that's going to go to their contact page, which is perfect. So this gives you a really good amount of information here and lets you put in that post and the button and all of that, which is great. Now, before you hit publish, I'd highly recommend hitting preview. That way you can sort of see what this is going to look like, see what that information is going to look like, and then you can hit publish from there. Now, because this isn't our business page, this is a client's page, I'm not going to preview or not going to publish this for them because we don't want to publish that content. So I'm going to go ahead and actually exit out of this, and I'm going to go ahead and hop over to Google search, and we're going to look on the front end and sort of see what this looks like. Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. Now, I didn't post the one that I was just showing you. I'm going to show you the one that was posted 4 days ago right here. Where is it? There it is, underneath. For some reason, it's saying 5 days ago. 4 days ago. 5 days ago. Okay, we're time jumping. Cool. We talked about having, some imagery, some information, and all this type of stuff. This is great. There's, a ton of information here within this post, and that's awesome. Now, people can view the post by, scrolling through it here. There's a few different ones, but they can also just click on that. They don't even have to go to your website. They're not even leaving Google. They're sort of still doing their search. They're researching online, and they haven't even left google.com yet. They're feeling more confident with potentially doing business with your company. And it's great content. They're able to look through and sort of see all this information. So the other thing I want to make a note about is these posts are only going to show up for a certain amount of time. Now, some reports are saying 7 days, some reports are saying 30 days, some reports are saying 90 days. And as I can clearly scroll back through here and look at these, this is March, this is February. So we're clearly more than 30 days, clearly more than 7 days. We're now in December, we're actually more than 90 days. So there's reports that are all over the map with that. It's looking like Google is slowly expanding that to be longer and longer and longer over time. But again, just be aware that Google may remove those at a sort of end date. And that's not something where they're going to remove the one you posted today. It's going to be the last one in the list, maybe that's 3 months old, 6 months old, whatever. So just be aware that these are not there forever. And if it is something where you're running a special or something and you do want to remove that, you can do that. You can go back into posts and you can delete that. I would recommend doing that if it's something that's a short-term offer. So now you're not going to be able to count on these, posts for forever, as like I said, they do disappear. But that's really where Google My Business comes in and allows you to post on a reoccurring or a regular basis. You want to be posting new, updated content that's going to really help drive more traffic to this listing, drive more traffic to your website, drive more potential customers to your business. So just a brief overview on how posts work. I'm sure that you've come up with a bunch of ideas on how you could potentially utilize this for your business on your Google My Business listing. I'd highly recommend and encourage you to think about what you've got going on in your business that you could create a post about. Google's going to look at those posts, and so do your customers. The way that Google looks at your content is by noticing if you're doing updates, with any type of frequency, or does Google feel confident in really sending traffic your way? Because you've, been so frequent in updating it, this business has been so frequent in updating their information. They look really, really active. And so The other thing that Google looks at in these posts are keywords, the words that they're using here. And so, are they talking about carpet? Are they talking about, foot traffic? Are they talking about keywords, that are industry related? And so we're looking at carpet cleaning and restoration company. So the more frequently that they're talking about their relevant keywords is definitely going to help Google with Google's confidence about sending traffic to this business. And that really helps you rise up in search results and get more exposure online. So the next area that I want to talk about, which is super powerful and something that we really, really want to focus on, is reviews. So for us, whenever we talk with someone about strengthening their marketing or their visibility online, we always bring up and talk about reviews. Now, you can take a look at all the reviews. Again, left-hand side here, the reviews tab. We're going to take a look at all the reviews for this listing. Now, there's some that have been replied to, some that haven't been replied to, and there's a ton of information in here. And we can see that they've been, going through and replying to these reviews, which is really great. And they've been going through and answering those reviews and replying to them. Now, one of the things that I want to look at is Google actually pays attention to what people talk about in your reviews. So things like, carpets look great. So Google understands that they're talking about carpets, and that's maybe the service that they were, doing carpet cleaning. Google is looking at the content within inside of the review. And that is really, really, really important for people to not just leave a review that says, thanks, good service, 5 stars, because that can be applicable to carpets, to food, to a car dealership, to anything. It doesn't just have to be specific to this business. The more specific that review is, the more likelihood that Google is going to trust the review better, that your potential next customer is going to trust the review more, and Google then won't necessarily hide the review as much. Google does hide or has been known to remove reviews, just like Yelp, if they feel very, very scammy. So cool, awesome. So this is what reviews look like sort of on the back end. And then, if we wanted to come in here, we could say, we could click the button that says to reply to this. Now they've been replying to reviews. So that button doesn't exist here, which is really awesome that they've been replying to these. But that's basically what it would look like. So on the front end, now, they've got 4.9 stars with 36 reviews, which is awesome. And it's really important to have a high number of reviews, also to keep those kind of fresh and recent. I mean, you want to make sure that you're not having just a bunch of reviews from 2-3 years ago, that you're regularly having new reviews. Maybe that's depending on the type of business, depending on the amount of customers you have, maybe that's a few new reviews a week, a few new reviews a month. You know really just depends on that a little bit. So reviews are definitely something that help enhance the trust between you and your customer, and also you and Google. Google does look at that and takes into consideration sort of the reviews that people are leaving about your business. So, all right. So we've covered posts, we've covered reviews. Two other things that I'll keep really short. I want to wrap this up here quickly, but two other things that we want to get into really fast. One is messaging. So back to the Google My Business page, which is business.google.com, and then I want to click on messages. Now, this is not accessible from your web browser. You actually have to download the Google My Business app to your phone, to your iPhone or your Android. And this lets you essentially receive messages from potential prospects through your Google My Business listing. So how easy is that for someone to just come right to your listing, to be able to go ahead and get in contact with you right away? It's really, really powerful, and a really powerful way to allow a potential customer to get connected with you really, really fast. Awesome. Last but not least, I want to touch on insights. Now, this is where all of this starts to come together. I do want to take just a really, really brief look. I know that graphs can be super confusing sometimes, and just a mass amount of data just feels overwhelming. But again, this is really, really powerful, and really going to show how a well-rounded or fully filled out and optimized business listing can really, really help your business. Now, as you can see, Just in a 1 month period, so we're looking at 1 month, and this is how customers search for this business. We have, let's say, 3,000 people that have searched for this business. Now, out of that, about 24%, 25% roughly are people who search for the business by the business's name or address. So these are people who know about the business and found it by Google searching the name of the business. That's 25%. Now, the one that's crazy here is discovery. So 75%, or 74.9, about 75% of the people that found this business found it by just searching carpet cleaning, fire damage restoration, water damage restoration. One of those keywords that this business tries to rank for, 75% of the people who found this listing found it because of one of those keywords, because they have a well-optimized listing, because they have good reviews, because they respond to their reviews, because they do posts on a regular basis. This is why this matters. And this is why we put so much focus on Google My Business, why I've produced these videos, why I produced the PDF that you guys downloaded, and how you got here. This is super, super critical. So think about it. They would have 750 potential prospects if they did none of what we talked about today. But instead, they have 3,000. So we're literally 3 times multiplying what they had and adding that as new prospects. So we're literally 4 times, we're 4xing their business by having a well-rounded Google My Business listing. What would 4x on your business look like? What would that look like for your company, your customer base? What would that look like? Would that allow you guys to scale that up? Would that allow you to, maybe hire some more team? Maybe 4 times your business is overwhelming. But again, this is really, really powerful. Being able to enhance this, putting those keywords in there, using posts. This is, being able to engage with prospects that way. And they all land on this directory. I want to encourage you to take a look at this. Go to your Google My Business listing, click on Insights, look at how customers are finding you. Take a screenshot of this section right here and email that to me. I want to see that. Email me a screenshot of this. It's no proprietary information. I'm sharing the screen. It's no proprietary information. I want to see this. How many people are discovering you, or is it 90% direct? If it's 90% direct, awesome. Optimize your profile and let's check in 3 months. Let's check in 30 days. And I bet if you optimize it, if you do post, if you do everything we've talked about, I bet that the discovery is going to increase. It's going to increase month over month as you continue to do posts, as you continue to engage with reviews, and as you continue to grow that. We've had some really incredible testimonials from a few different clients, really just driving traffic and stuff through the roof. Like I said, this is really some prime territory at the top of Google search. There's so much here, guys, and it's free. It's free. You're not paying for ads. You're not paying for any of that. You're just doing posts, getting good reviews, and optimizing your listing. There's just so much here. So once you've got the baseline, don't be afraid to push into posts, do some content, make some efforts, really, 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 really keep this up. Keep those reviews up, keep asking, new clients for reviews. And just keep working on this. This is really going to help with increasing the engagement, increasing conversions, and really helping activity happen online for your business. If you've got any questions, feel free to reach out to us. There's a lot here, and we certainly want to make sure that you're leveraging and using this for your business, taking full advantage of this, and that really get this exposure happening on Google. Again, feel free to reach out to us. And I'm serious. Screenshot this screen. Send me a screen, not of the video. Send me a screenshot of your insights inside your Google My Business. What is the percentage of discovery? What is the percentage of direct? I want to see that because I want to make sure that you're actually taking action, that you're actually doing this. And I'm not telling you send it to me and then pay us money. No, I'm saying send that to me, then you do the work, put in the effort, and then in a month, in 2 months, 3 months, follow up. Let's see how this is doing and how it's going. I really, 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 really want to see your business thrive and your business grow online and see you change that, 3 times, 4 times your clients. What does that look like for you? How can that improve your business? Well, awesome. Ton of information. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to help. And with that, thanks for watching.